Um, yeah, so he'd ask me, "Hey, what's on your bucket list, man?" I helped him out in business and he wanted to help me out. And I said, "Man, I don't know, I just blurted out, I've always wanted to do Pikes Peak." And he's like, "Well, why don't you pray about that?" And I'm like, "Okay, I'll pray about it." And I started praying about it and kind of felt like God was opening up doors for that. And again, wasn't sure how that was going to look, because I didn't want to do something that was fruitless. And it's like, God, why would you call me this mountain? It's going to take time away from my family, which is precious. I don't have a lot of time left on here on earth.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to practice and do all these other things. Why that? And I was originally going to build my own car, but then I'm like, I don't want to spend the time building a car away from my family because that would be a huge undertaking. And so my buddy Andy was the first one I thought of next. Was like, man, I want to go up in a Porsche. It'd be that or a Ford were my two options, and I thought Porsche should be better. And so I called Andy, and he was willing to do it. But what brought us to the mountain was like what you said earlier, was my wife asking me that question, like,
Mhm.
if 8-year-old Don would have seen a story about you where you had this hard life growing up, and all of a sudden you found hope in Jesus Christ and God led you later to fulfill your dream. Do you think you would have came to him earlier? Do you think you would have had hope when you felt so hopeless? And I said, for sure. And she's like, then that's what you got to do. If you're going to go do this, you got to make sure that you're reaching people with your story and they understand why you're there. And that's what we did. And so we set out on the mountain. First year, everything was good until I crashed. We hit some ice and slid in the side of the mountain. And I was devastated, Ken. I bawled my eyes out because I didn't think I would be alive to come back the next year.